What's up, you all? It's your girl, Rachel J, and we are back again with Breaking Culture. Well, we break culture before it breaks us.
I had to relearn myself. I'll never be the same. I lost my little brother due to Chicago gun violence. Not just any way, but in the most traumatizing way, because I had to witness it. I allowed myself to be shattered into pieces. My youngest son, he's autistic. It's so sad how we've been amongst the very people with on spectrum and don't know. God is amazing. The minute I started putting him first, it all comes back.
Thank you guys for tuning in, and let's get into this special guest today. She is an amazing mother, an entrepreneur, a businesswoman, graduated from cosmetology.
Yep.
Yes. It's my girl, Joy. What's up, Joy?
How y'all doing? Hey.
So we sit here on the couch together.
Yes. Wow.
How many years has it been?
Girl, oh my God. Maybe a decade.
So,
yes.
Let's talk about it.
Man, let's get into it. Pretty good.
How was your morning?
I can't complain. Awesome. Every morning is pretty awesome.
Mine was a hot mess.
Really?
The
all
rain.
Over? Yeah.
The rain, trying to get here.
I can see that.
Trying to set up. As you can see, y'all got my cars today. I got to use my phone.
I can see that. You making it work, though. You making it work.
Gotta make it work. We went to high school together.
Yes.
Thornwood, to be exact. But we are from the city. I'm from the city. I always thought you was from out there. Did you come to the suburbs, like, towards the end of your, like, high school years?
Like the end of my high school.
Right. How was that for you adjusting to...
I was ready for that change.
Right.
You know, the city of Chicago could really shape you, you know, and you can either become a product of your environment or you can be above. And for me, I seen more for myself.
Right.
So as my mom tried to push me into a different direction, I really took advantage of it, full advantage of it. So I went to a few suburban schools, got the opportunities that I didn't have in Chicago, and made my way from there.
Right. Which was suburban? Matter of fact, what high school you was going to before you actually
I was going to Finger High School.
Oh, Lord.
Finger High School, okay?
What years?
Oh, my God. I went from my freshman and sophomore year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so junior and senior year, that's when I went to the south suburbs, but that was definitely a challenge. Just being in high school, seeing that a lot of the kids weren't really about learning. It was like a lot of violence, a lot of territory and things like that, you know, I wasn't into. So it was time for me to go.
And I think around that time, I think they was on the news for somebody in the
I think shortly after I left, we had a young boy that unfortunately lost his life. To the normal, typical fights that were happening every day.
Right.
But, yeah, that's unfortunately what happens, you know. And
it sounded like me and your story was the same because I was living on 61st and Vernon, but my mom did not want me to go to Dunbar. So she made me to go to school all the way past Midway Airport to Kennedy High School.
See, wow, yeah.
So how was that for you, coming from the Wild Hundreds, seeing all that, you know, going on in the neighborhood and then have to adjust to the suburban
I
life?
wanted to fit in so bad to the point that I did not show that side of me. I didn't want anybody to know where I was from, what I was exposed to or anything. I like the fact that kids were actually sitting in class learning.
Right.
And we wasn't running the halls fighting, you know, so I was cool with it. I'm like, oh, wow, okay, this is civil. I'm here for it.
Right.
So, you know, making friends and stuff like that, it wasn't as easy. I let my friends pick me.
Right.
That's how I was raised anyway. So from there, I was cool.
Right. And we met in the lunchroom. I don't know where. I know the first time I saw you, I'm like, dang, she pretty.
It's actually interesting that me and you cross paths because we are so different but so alike with our, you know, our
business.
drive at the same time. But, you know, we just clicked.
I started to pay attention to you. I think it was probably 2 years, couple years after high school. Yeah. Not that long. It wasn't that long because I was still doing music. And you was working at Macy's. I always had in my mind, I said, okay, if I ever need my makeup done, I'm going to Joy.
I love that. We had fun on set. I'll never forget.
Girl, I cried.
Girl, yeah, we had a blast.
We
did. Yeah, I think you did like 2 looks. Yeah, you exposed me to different things as well, just doing work with you. So it was fun.
During that time when you lost that person very close to you, did that kind of affect your work ethic?
2020 was a year. I lost my little brother due to Chicago gun violence, unfortunately. And not just any way, but in the most traumatizing way because I had to witness it. I had to be his front row witness to it. I let it tear me down maybe for the rest of that year, but I'm an Aries. That's for one. I'm an Aries woman, so I'm a fire sign. So I've always like got this drive to keep going, you know. And one day I was just sitting down, really beating myself up, and I'm like, man, you know.
I think you went through a breakup that year too.
Yeah, it was like everything, girl. Yep, I had, like, you know, but that breakup was good for me because I was ready to be alone. So the loss really was unexpected.
Right.
But like I said, you know, you really got two options.
Right.
You either keep going or you give up. And I realized like either way it go, it's gonna hurt, Joy. So what you gonna do? You got kids, you know, you can't just give up. So for me, it was like, keep going and make the best of it. And don't let nothing tear you down. So I just started working hard from there. And yeah, making my brother proud. And I can feel that he's very proud.
Yeah, because usually during those times, like you said, it either make you or break you. And, you know, I want to talk about, because some people think like, oh, if it breaks you, it's over with. And sometimes you just need to be broken for you to be able to be built back up.
I allowed myself to be shattered into pieces before I started picking myself back up. I needed to hit all the way rock bottom. I needed to experience that. I needed to know what it felt like. And picking up the pieces from there has been the most rewarding in life.
Right.
God is amazing. That's first of all. And the minute I started putting him first, and just exuding being godly, being a good person, it all comes back. And, you know, you don't want to do it for that reason. You want to be pure about it. You want to be a good person because you want to be a good person.
Right.
So for me, that's the route I took. I love making people happy. It makes me happy. It makes me feel whole. And every day God is doing something to reward that, you know, and I'm grateful.
During that time of those broken moments, did you have to relearn yourself? Explain that.
Yeah, so for me, I had to relearn myself, mainly because I'll never be the same.
Right.
Experiencing what I went through, it will change you forever. It shaped me into somebody totally different. Like they say, you know, life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. I'm making lemonade every day with a smile on my face. It's a strength in me that I cannot explain. I can just show, you know what I'm saying? And that's about it. You know, it's about strength. You really got to be strong, you know. Either way, it's going to hurt. It's going to sting. Like, you just got to keep going.
I believe that you don't have to see what I go through to know that I'm going through something.
Right.
Because sometimes people just want to use that to gossip.
Yep.
Some people just want to use that to say, you know, you going through this, but it's just like, why do my struggle got to be your flame? You know?
Yeah, definitely. I watched the people I love show me that, for one, betrayal is a real thing. It's a spirit. It lies in people, you know, and you really got to be aware of that. And I watched people turn my trauma into a weapon. You know what I'm saying? I took a lot of time alone after that, and it was the best time. I needed that. You know, now I'm so careful of the people I allow in my space.
Right.
Because never again.
And let's talk about people who like to harvest energy.
Let's get into that.
Let's talk about people that like to harvest energy. I'm so big on not letting everybody into your space.
Yeah, that part. That part. Yeah, I'm real careful with that. First sign I see when it's some type of motive, I do things unconditionally, and I try to let people know that that's just how I am. I love you unconditionally. I do things with no conditions. There's no conditions here. There are boundaries, but there's no conditions when it comes to my love and how I care for you and the person I will be to you, you know. But when I see that it's a motive behind somebody's intent, I instantly, thanks God for giving me that sign. I'm gone. Deuces. See you.
Right.
I got 3 beautiful children.
And you can't even tell, baby, she look good, don't you?
You know, I really try. And yeah, they are teenagers. So with the recent events and since 2020,
Autism month just passed.
It's actually still going on.
Oh, okay.
But my youngest son, he's autistic, and he's 4 years old. Best thing that could have ever happened to me, you know, I found myself before having him asking God, you know, I need to be reborn. I need to be rebirthed. I need to feel something different. And then there came London Christopher. That's my baby. And he's been at my hip ever since. So learning about his diagnosis, in a world that it's been around a long time. You know, it's so sad how we've been amongst the very people with on spectrum and don't know, you know. So it's taught me a lot. I'm very patient. I'm his everything. He's my everything. And now that I'm aware, it gives me a different way to love the world. You know, it's so different now. The way I move, the way I walk, the way I talk, how patient I have to be with people, because you just never know. But it's, you know, a lot of people I see show so much shame, you know, and I'm just like, you know, I see people even whispering the word autism. I just want to say this loud and clear. Autism, autistic children, it does not mean that they are not like us. Yeah, we are all the same. If anything, they're smart. I'm sorry. They are geniuses. You know, as soon as I found out my son had autism, I'm like, oh my God, I gotta find his superpower. Something in him, I just know it is. And every day he shows me that he's a superhuman. So I'm blessed, you know.
I actually work with kids because I work in the field with kids. And the crazy thing about it, you know, I have the pleasure of working with kids that doesn't have autism and then kids that, you know, work in the classroom with them.
Oh, good.
And let me tell you, them kids that have, like, you would say more challenging, smart.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to throw no shade. They were smarter than the kids.
They are.
They are smart.
Yeah.
It's a stigma, like, with any disability besides, you know, autism, they just automatically just like, oh, okay, this person ain't gonna be able to. And it's really for you know what I'm saying? Because, like you said, you have some people that's walk around here that probably don't even know that they have autism. Then you have people that the autism may show more, but you know, in our community, it really doesn't get tested. They just want to, oh, okay, let's pump them up with medicine, you know, and then now you got this person walking around,
like a zombie or something. Like a zombie. So sad.
When you first found out that your child had autism, did you feel like something was wrong with you?
That's the first. Those are usually the first thoughts. It actually happened right after I finished cosmetology school. Now my schedule, I was like gone all day. I had a mission. I'm like, I got to make sure that I don't have to be away from this new baby this much. And this is before his diagnosis. I'm like, I don't want to be working all day, no 9 to 5. Okay, I need to go back to cosmetology school. I'm already a makeup artist. Let's do this. And I didn't see him a lot, you know. And I'm familiar with a lot of successful women, and they're like, girl, get your license, do what you got to do. He's not even going to remember missing you. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, just do it. You know, he's little. He don't know that mama's gone right now. As soon as I graduated, I'm sitting at home with him, and I'm just watching him, and I'm like, okay.
And this was like the first.
Yeah, it's like the first week. I'm actually home, sitting on my couch, just with my baby, and I'm just watching him, and I'm like, okay, he's moving a little different. Okay.
How old he was around this time?
He was 2.5, maybe going on 3.
Okay.
Yep. And now he's 4, so it's been a year since we've known. So, I'm just noticing the way he talks, the way he walks, and I'm like, okay, it's time to go to the doctor. I'm like, something's different, you know, and that's literally all it takes, because the way the mom I am, I notice everything. They can have a little scratch, and I'm going to notice. So I'm like, okay, now that I can finally zoom in. So we went, and at first they're like, oh, it's just a speech delay, and I'm like, okay, I don't know. We do a lot of talking, so I don't think it's just that. So we finally, you know, got down to what it really was. And the first thing I thought to myself was I wasn't home enough. I didn't think anything was wrong with me or the way I handled my pregnancy or anything like that. I just thought my presence alone is what did it. And I blamed myself for a long time. But now that I see that my presence is making a difference in his development, I could say that it does matter. It does matter being a present parent. Like, you have to be. I do think that affects some of it, but honestly, nobody knows what it is. So I wouldn't even try to dive into trying to figure it out. It's not my expertise.
I love that you said a present parent, and I really love that, like, our generation is really taking on really getting the help that our kids need, and also the fathers too, because I see like a lot of fathers stepping up a lot in their kids' life, because you know, back then, you know, our mothers was by themselves, you know, but I get so happy when I see, and let's not get this wrong, even though you're present, you can still be absent in a child's life. I'm talking about the ones who's mentally stepping up for them, emotionally stepping up for them. We actually taking the initiative to actually get the help our kids need showing the emotions, creating spaces for our kids. So in what ways that you create spaces for your 3 children?
We do everything together. I do weekly dates. I mean, I'm so there now that I'm settled into my business, being a entrepreneur. I don't have to live away from my kids. It's just being there. I'm there to breakfast, lunch, dinner. I'm dropping you off at school. I'm picking you up. Basketball practice, cheerleading practice, like everything,
Right.
Grocery store runs. Like, I just make the best out of everything, all the time we have together, and I think that's the most important thing.
And do you have a daughter?
I got a girl. She's the oldest.
What are some generational curses that you are breaking when it comes to your daughter?
I will, I allow my children to be vocal. Growing up in a household where you were to be seen and not heard, I want my kids to be heard. So I want to hear you. So I let them be really vocal on how they're feeling. I'm their therapist. Yeah. I'm their doctor. I'm their nurse. I'm all of that. So having a teenager is challenging. It's not for the weak. But I'm not weak, so it's for me. I got it. She's gonna be the best woman ever. I'm shaping her into what she needs to be. And it's not easy, but I'm the woman for the job.
Girl, like you are that girl. Like you are beautiful, confident. You go after what you want. And one thing I really love about you, and I'm not saying this just to be saying this. We've been knowing each other for years.
Yeah.
And one thing I can say about you is that you, no matter what room you step in, you are not afraid to give another woman their flowers. This is Joy for real.
And we live in a world where everybody claims to be a girl's girl. And I'm going to say claim real hard.
Yeah.
Because we got to do better. I won't let it change me, but I step into a lot of rooms and here I am giving that love, and I feel the blocks coming up. It's like because everybody don't got it in now.
Can I be honest? Like, it's different when you step in a room with women that's okay with having another woman that's confident within themselves. But what I've noticed is that when you are stepping in a room with certain women that haven't done the inside work with themselves and like some of them probably still working on it. Yeah. It's intimidating. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I know plenty of women that's girls. And I have seen them step in a room and other people be intimidated because of their boundaries, because of who they are.
And we clicked instantly. It was never like, that's, you're really a girl's girl. Yeah. Like, you love people, and that's just, it's always shows. So it's easy to love you back, And
then it's different when you know what you got going on within you, when you confident within yourself, and like, okay, this is what God called me to do, and you're not trying to step into anybody else's lane, because that's sometimes that's what it be. Other people trying to step into your lane, or they like, okay, you two may be in the same lane, but I don't want you to go ahead of me. I don't want you to be ahead of me. And they try to block it off, and it's like, you know what? You're going to miss your blessing. Yeah, because you trying to block me, and you're going to get ran over.
You got to watch that. Yeah.
Talk about it. What you got to say?
You got to watch that. I tell people all the time, like, being in our 20s, like when we were doing a lot of business together, speaking of lanes, our 20s, we're really trying to figure out who we are. Yes. What we want to do, what we want to be. So you're around all these people that got all this stuff going on, and you're inspired. Yeah. So me personally, being in my 20s, when I would see people get inspired, I would want to inspire them more. I never felt like somebody was stepping into my lane. And let me be honest, I pushed a few people, and where they are in life right now, I'm amazed. Yes. I don't want to say further than me, because what's for me is for me. You. What's for them is for them. But they are doing amazing. And I'm like, wow, that one conversation gave you that. I don't even need to thank you. I just enjoy seeing it. You know what I'm saying? I never feel like, oh, they made further than me. I got to shut up. I got to be a gatekeeper. I can't tell my next move. Man, if this helps you, take it. Take this information. Take this inspiration, whatever. Take this motivation and let it do what it needs to do for you, Yeah. So, the lane thing, not for me. Hey, step in my lane. If you can...
You're going to get ran over in my lane. I'm going to let you know, because, look. You went from being a makeup artist, cosmetology, doing hair. I still got to get my hair done, as you can see, girl. Hot mess back here. When you take on a career, you really dive into like what you are doing. Okay, when you did makeup, you always made sure like, okay, let me get the skin together too, because
Absolutely.
you just don't want to pile. Which I'm actually once done because I got some things going on.
You look good.
You just didn't pile makeup on people's faces.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? If you did have to do their makeup, you took a look at their skin, and then you would recommend products around the store for them to get their skin together.
Yep.
So how was that shifting over to hair? Like, was that a challenge too? Like, how was that?
I'm going to just say, for one, when it came to doing makeup, it was never my thing. I thought I wanted to be a model.
Really?
I'm like, I want to model. So I started working at Adriana's as one of their model girl. I know, it was a club. So my early 20s, I started as a bottle girl model, because I didn't serve the bottles, but they would have like the models in there, and it was me and a group of girls, and we'll be in the back, and I have my little makeup, and I'm throwing it on, and everybody like, you need to do my makeup too, and I'm like, okay, here we go. Next thing you know, somebody had a baby shower coming up. They're like, can you do my makeup? I'm like, I don't really do makeup, but okay, I'll do your makeup. And then I just realized, like, okay, I think I like this behind the scenes better. I don't really like being in front of the scenes. I like making the magic happen behind the scenes, and that's how I found my passion.
Right.
So, for one, when you have a passion for something, you're going to dig so far deep into it, like you don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a natural thing. So, starting with makeup, that's kind of how it was for me. That's how I started it. With hair, I got into doing hair by accident.
Everything is by accident with this girl.
I did not want to be a hairstylist. I did not go to school to get my cosmetology license to do hair. I did not care to touch hair at all. I wanted to know enough to deliver what I need to a client if I'm doing their makeup. But I surrounded my license around makeup. I ended up going to school, and I would say 6 months in, I only been a hairstylist for 2 years.
Yeah.
And I'm one of the coldest. Like, if you ask me,
that's why I said I wanted to come to you. As soon as I see this girl do hair, I said I know for a fact she gonna get it together.
Girl, because just like with makeup, I study the science of hair. Right. I got down all the way to the nitty gritty. I don't just style hair. I look at the scalp. I look at everything that needs attention, that doesn't, and I create healthy hair journeys. Yeah. And that's what I do for my clients now. So now I'm a full service cosmetologist. I do makeup, I do hair, I do waxing, I do threading. I mean, anything cosmetology, you name it, I do it. I went to school for 2 years, and I did every service there is to do as a cosmetologist. So I'm there.
How is that industry dealing with people?
It's something. I love my clients, but I have to create boundaries, especially when it comes to like pricing, people, how they want to manage their time, right? How people deal with you. A lot. The world has changed. We gotta admit, the way people deal with you has changed as well. I think that we're less kind. Yeah. I noticed. So I don't have a problem at all telling somebody I cannot service you.
I seen online when they say it's a different energy comes with like the wig community and the...
I can't say I've noticed that. I cannot say I've noticed that. Every woman that goes to get a beauty service is already in a vulnerable feeling, because we're basically coming stripped of everything and we're ready to get beautified. Right. So I would say that...
Do you think it's a young people thing?
It could be. No, I cannot say I've ever experienced
it.
I got... women who got locks, I got women who has bald hair, heads. I have women that got long hair. All of them are beautiful. Yeah. I don't want to say the hair. Because the
stories I be seeing online I'm saying, ooh.
I think a lot of that be for clickbait. I be seeing a lot of that. See, and I got to get more into social media myself because that's how people grow their followers. They know what to do and what to say.
Come holla at me because that's my field.
That's that's why I'm, listen, okay? She the one.
We got to connect.
She the one, And it's funny because I started behind the scenes for you.
Was that the first,
on set? Yeah, I think that was my first set. Yeah, and we were somewhere. Do you remember who famous person apartment we were at? He was, I want to say, a white rapper.
I forget.
But that was also a big deal for me when I walked in that condo. Because I'm like, wow, it was somebody famous. See, you don't even remember, girl.
Girl,
You've been doing everything.
Look,
You've been everywhere.
When I called Joy that day, I said, "Look, I need to make because I think the young lady, she was like, yeah, this person." I said, "Yeah, come on, let's get to this."
That was being a beauty professional. I control the tone of my services. I'm a boss.
Yeah.
So I can't even control not being in control.
Right.
It's a natural thing. First of all, we're going to have happy, positive conversations. We're going to laugh. You're going to feel like I'm your friend.
People like talk down and stuff too much. So
it's power in the tongue.
Power in the tongue. So a lot of things that I do, you will not find out until I'm completely done with it, or God said, okay, you can go ahead and let them in just a little bit. Do you do that sometimes?
I have to, because you're right. People will definitely try to talk down on it, and it's too much power in the tongue. I wouldn't even take the risk.
You get so much things completed when people don't find out.
Yep.
I have so much stuff, not so much stuff, but I have some really good things planned that I got going on. And I said they would not find out.
Because even this caught me by surprise.
Really?
Shoot, I'm like, I look up, I'm like, that is a breaking culture. I'm like, I need to know all about this. It looks like an amazing movement. I think I was watching one of your videos, and you were talking about likes, and a lot of people look at pages and they look at likes and be like, okay. Oh, not enough likes. They're not on nothing.
Yeah.
Baby, let me tell you, them likes don't mean nothing. I don't do a lot of social media stuff, but I deliver quality services. I got clients that's been with me over 15 years. And I'm not one that posts, it's not about the likes. It's not about, I get social media is a thing now. Like, yeah, that's what's up. And we're going to take advantage of it too. We really are.
Yeah.
But you cannot judge off likes. That don't mean nothing.
And that's why I think somebody had asked me that. And somebody had asked me, they'd be like, oh, do you have to have a whole bunch of likes to be on Breaking Culture? I said no, because when me and God, me and Holy Spirit, we sit down and we talk, and he said, look, this is a safe space to have real conversation, to actually bring people back into the conversation with God. Anybody know you sit down in this chair, Jesus Christ, I rep God over here, let's talk about it, what's going on, how your relationship going on with God. How can I create a space of vulnerability or real conversation, and I want to invite you on my show because you don't have, let's say, 1,000 followers, 10,000 followers, or 2,000 followers, 5,000 followers.
I get people that don't even want to book a service because of, I'm like, okay.
Do you know how many people miss out on good opportunity to be able to tell their stories? Matter of fact, I wouldn't even say people. How many podcast people that would not invite a person on the show just because they don't have followers and know, like, yo, bro, this person's story can really touch people. Right. Now, don't get me wrong. It's a strategy behind certain things. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not the type to, like, okay, anybody come sit in a chair. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because God, the Holy Spirit already told me, everybody can't sit in this chair. You know what I'm saying? It's boundaries over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the type to debate my faith in God. I'm not going to do that. It's Jesus Christ over here. This is what it is. Yes. But also, I'm also here to create a space like, okay, you want to talk about God, let's see what's going on. If you come sitting down on this couch, it's the first time that you ever open up to talk about God and actually pour your heart out to God, then let this be the couch you sit on. Yes. And I don't care if you got 5 followers. To my Breaking Culture family, I love them. But I'm going to just say this. I'm going to look into the camera when I say this. Even if you are starting out being an influencer, it's all about celebrating those small milestones, because sometimes we choose to only celebrate when it's a big milestone. Right. You get what I'm saying? Whether you're a makeup artist, cosmetologist, you do music or whatever, you have to celebrate the small milestones as you build, because if you wait on later on, you find yourself like, okay, I'm not celebrating anything that I accomplished. I'm not even celebrating
waiting on that big win. Absolutely.
Right. Yeah. Your wins is every time. Every time you go.
I am a licensed cosmetologist, full service beauty professional. You can follow me on Instagram at SheBossStyles. That is SheBoss Styles with all them S's. Put them all in there, yes. SheBoss Inc. is my mother brand. There are many other brands coming underneath SheBoss Inc., SheBoss Styles being one of them. And yeah, look me up, check me out.
And make sure you follow on our social media. We're going to have that at the bottom. So I'm going to leave this off with a word of encouragement. And that is celebrate your small milestones. Shout out to my Breaking Culture family. All 140 of you. We didn't get over 100 subscribers. And we're going to get there. And guess what? I am celebrating because those 100 people, 40 is probably more now in the room. Guess what? You guys are important too, and I really love you guys, and I thank you guys for tuning in. And let's remember, we are breaking culture before it breaks us. And let me know what was your favorite conversation down at the bottom. All right, we'll see you guys later.